What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video, so let's get into it. So guys, today we're going to be talking about a specific question, and that is, guys, should StarCraft 2 add another race? So let's talk about it. Guys, I've been getting a lot of comments lately, whether it's on Reddit or whether it's on the YouTube channel, about different ways that StarCraft could become better, or if we're going to be getting a StarCraft 3 in the future. Well, one of the questions I got was on Reddit, and it reads like this. The question for me is, what could Blizzard do to make SC2 better and bring back players that were once very active? Add another race? Redesign the existing structures and units? And the answer to that, guys, from my standpoint, is adding another race for StarCraft 2, I believe would actually be a pretty good idea. The only thing that my only pushback on adding another race in StarCraft 2 is, are we going to get a StarCraft 3 is the big question. Because a lot of that rides on whether or not StarCraft 2 should add another race. If we're going to be getting a StarCraft 3 in the foreseeable future, why add another race to StarCraft 2? Just add another race to StarCraft 3 and just continue onwards from there. There's no real reason to add another race to StarCraft 2 if we're getting a StarCraft 3, because they can just do those things in StarCraft 3 without changing too much about StarCraft 2. Now, if we do not get a StarCraft 3 for the foreseeable future, then sure, adding another race, maybe a hybrid race to StarCraft 2, I think would be really cool, like a hybrid race that could take over the Zerg or something along those lines, and that would come with another expansion, guys, which we'll talk about in another video. Adding a new expansion, possibly with StarCraft 2 if we don't get a StarCraft 3, and then of course, as we go from there, you can maybe add another race in that expansion. And as far as redesigning the existing structures and units, I don't think that's necessary if we're getting a StarCraft 3. Now, if we're not getting a StarCraft 3, once again, both of these questions can be answered simply by, are we getting a StarCraft 3? And that's what we have to echo into existence, or we have to be the ones who are saying that we don't want a StarCraft 3. If we want there to just be StarCraft 2 because we love the game so much, we need to be voicing that, hey, like, we want just a redesign of structures and units. We want another race added. We want another expansion of StarCraft 2. We got to be the ones voicing our opinion as to that to the developers over at Blizzard. But I believe, guys, that we need to be echoing StarCraft 3 into existence, because that is what is going to be getting us to that next level and kind of like the next stage of the StarCraft franchise. But that's just my opinion, and I believe adding another race to StarCraft 3 would be a great idea. And then of course you would be redesigning the existing structures and units, adding structures. All of that would come with StarCraft 3. And so, what would you guys like to see as far as another race is concerned if they decided just to want to make StarCraft a better game? I definitely want to hear from you guys. As far as what would bring players back that were once very active, I do think, guys, that StarCraft 2 has brought back a lot of people and players that used to play the game, and I think they've brought them back. Number one is that the esports scene of StarCraft 2 is starting to get bigger and bigger every single year. So that's kind of number one. So people who watch the esports side, that's starting to grow and grow each and every year. As far as new players are concerned, we're getting new players because the game went free to play. As far as Wings of Liberty went free to play, and so with that happening, it obviously expanded upon the player base of StarCraft 2, which I think actually brought a lot of new players into the scene, which is very positive. As far as bringing old players back that were once very active, I believe StarCraft 3 would be your answer. But as far as StarCraft 2 is concerned, if we don't get a StarCraft 3, once again, adding another race, maybe doing a redesign of existing structures and units, adding some new units, new expansion, of course, those are things that would bring back players that were once active in the game. But I definitely, once again, want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this topic in particular. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.